ExtraTool develops software and methodology for capturing human expertise and automating complex human tasks, knowledge work activity. McKinsey just recently released its Disruptive Dozen, the 12 technologies that they feel will have the greatest economic impact. Knowledge worker automation was number 2, projected to reach a level of 5 to 7 trillion annually by 2025. Now, this is a horizontal market, and it's the market in which we work in developing vertical products. That is actually my vision, to turn our technological advantage to a market advantage. We actually have technology that is significantly advanced. For example, the CEO of IBM just a couple of months ago promised that by the year 2015, they'll be delivering computers that, rather than running programs, will discover in order to deal with the growing complexity and the growing uncertainty of data. We have that capability today, but instead of using neural chips, as they're working on, we use neural networks in memory, and so clients don't have to purchase or maintain new hardware in order to achieve the same kind of results. So as I mentioned, my vision is to create a variety of vertical products with differentiated advanced features based on our platform. 2 of them are described in my poster briefly. One is emergency response for complex disasters like what happened in Japan, where the impacts not only cascade, but they compound across energy and communications and civil infrastructure. And so our solution would provide a virtual ant colony-like environment on laptops to guide response. So we have many other opportunities in supporting big data projects, advanced analytics, healthcare, material science, informatics. Obviously, we can't handle all of these ourselves, so we're looking for partners to provide funding, expertise, channels, and resources, so we create this dynamic ecosystem to achieve this advantage. So come see me at my poster.
Good afternoon. I'm Paul Hallenbeck, President, CEO, and co-founder of Symbody Biotechnology. Thank you for your interest in allowing us to present this opportunity to you today. We are actually seeking investors for a $1 million Series A round. We have 4 groups actually doing deep due diligence now, and we anticipate closing in early July. So before getting into the technology, just let me give you a little bit of our background on how we actually got to the Symbody technology. So I have 20 years of biotechnology industry experience, 7 being a senior manager at Novartis Pharmaceuticals. While there, I led both technology and therapeutic programs, became assistant head of R&D, and even won a Lifetime Achievement Award there. Excuse me. After Novartis, started my own company called Neotropics and built an effective team and led that team. We took actually an early stage compound all the way into late stage clinical trials for lung cancer. That's where that is today. If the survival data are good, we anticipate a major acquisition. So at Neotropics also won several awards, including Entrepreneur of the Year award. So after Neotropics, we're looking for the next opportunity and recruited Kevin Burrows, who was the preclinical director at Neotropics. That led us to actually Arizona State and the inventors there of Symbody technology. The university and the federal government has put approximately $40 million into the technology, allowing those inventors actually to file multiple patent applications of the technology, as well as publish 14 peer-reviewed publications. So we obtained an exclusive license for that technology in 2011, and then we're actually recruited from the Philadelphia region to Connecticut by a VC firm here called Connecticut Innovations. So we moved here actually and set up shop where we're located now at the University of Connecticut Health Center Incubator right down the road. So Symbody technology is essentially making synthetic antibodies, Symbodies for short. Antibodies are proteins actually that are produced by all mammals. They bind very strongly to both proteins and things like bacteria, as well as specificity. Those specificity and binding properties allow antibodies to be utilized extensively in the $1 trillion therapeutics market and even the $150 billion non-therapeutics market. But antibodies have major drawbacks. I'll give you 5, tell you why Symbodies are good. 1, they can't be made all targets. Symbodies can't. All targets we've tried can be made. Number one. Number two, SynBodies, unlike SynBodies, antibodies are expensive and time consuming to make. Number three, antibodies aren't very stable for many, so they can't be used in many applications, whereas SynBodies can be used. We can engineer them that way. And last, SynBodies actually antibodies can't get inside of cells. Therefore, the vast majority of remaining drug targets you can't even use an antibody for. SynBodies can be engineered to get inside. We have begun a business development effort to actually create a revenue-producing company. We anticipate $20 million in revenue by year 5, and being acquired then with a return on investment of approximately 30-fold. We already have a deal with Syngenta, a major agricultural company, and we have many other companies that we are actually in discussions with that have expressed an interest in our technology. Thank you very much for your time. Let me know if you're interested.
I am Clay Larson. I'm President and CEO of VesselOn. And in this, we've been told we have a great story, so in this brief format, I thought I'd tell it like one. Chapter 1, lots of people are dying and being permanently disabled by stroke. It's the #1 cause of permanent disability in every region of the globe. Chapter 2, the majority of these strokes are blockages of vessels called ischemic, and with what's the only treatment that's available is what some people think is a wonder drug called TPA. The wonder drug of TPA is only used on 3% of patients, and the rest are left to go ahead and recover through extensive and long-term and very expensive physical therapy. 1/3 patients die, 1/3 have profound disabilities, and 1/3 recover most, but not all of their faculties. Okay, I didn't say this was going to be a happy story. Chapter 3, clinical studies have shown that ultrasound can help TPA. Clinical studies have also shown that ultrasound with microbubbles can help TPA. Animal studies have shown that ultrasound with microbubbles, but without TPA, can dissolve clots as quickly as TPA. And this is where VesselOn would like to rewrite the clinical treatment of stroke. Chapter 4, VesselOn has a non-imaging ultrasound device with technology licensed from UC San Diego and lots of IP of our own. It uses ultrasound applied to the head in a unique fashion, along with an IV drip of microbubbles, which is an already approved contrast agent for cardiology ultrasound. It is easy to build and it's inexpensive to build. Chapter 5, the regulatory path will be via a device consisting of known pieces but put together in a unique way. We have excellent regulatory guidance that we will need 30 patients for an IRB, for a pilot study, 60 patients in Europe for a CE mark, and an additional 140 patients in the US for a PMA. That would be 36 months to market in Europe and an additional 15 months to market in the US. This is not the kind of scary story about thousands of patients needed to prove an outcome. Chapter 6, total spend for our entire project would be south of $25 million to be fully marketing in both US and Europe. Our smallest initial tranche to get meaningful milestones would be $2.5 million, and this is the part of the story we hope that you would help us affect how it ends. Epilogue. We are excited that we can save 12,750,000 lives every year. There's not many stories like that. The best part of our story, though, is that our technology can be used wherever stroke first occurs, and that's hours before other treatments are available. We believe VesselOn will be the equivalent of the defibrillator for cerebral ischemic stroke. And we believe that's not just science fiction. And we hope you would come by afterwards to talk to the authors. Thank you.
Well, I guess I'm the kind of casual story compared to those guys. My name is Chris Woods. I'm the founder of a startup company called WhatsUpAtWork. It's an online community of vendors who work with customers. Every day, business people need to find other business people to get through their day. They need to find someone who has knowledge of what their customers' policies are. They need to find out someone who installed something that they're now working on. They need to find a partner to bid on a new contract. But it's really hard for vendors to find other vendors because they work at different companies. There's no single directory or matching service that connects different vendors to each other so they can share information about their job. So we came up with this idea, WhatsUpAtWork, that is sort of a match.com for vendors to express interest in what they're working on and connect with each other. Vendors will go, sales or service people will go to their cell phone, put in what they're working on, and get introduced to other vendors who are working on the same thing. This is a huge market. Vendor ecosystems are everywhere and they're completely unsupported. There are 40,000 outside vendors to Disney. There are 5,000 outside vendors to the city of New Haven. There are 2 million businesses with 1,000 vendors ecosystems around. Think of that. There are 2 million business knowledge networks, 10 times the size of this audience, that are ready to be connected. And that's about 300 million vendors out there. I come to this from working for years on the problem with IBM, with an application that I developed to connect salespeople across different companies globally. It gets tremendous uptake. The salespeople love to see who else is working with their customers, and as you can imagine, these are highly relevant contacts, so they generate a lot of new business. With the freelance world coming up, this becomes more and more important to support these type of people. With a partially grant from the state of Connecticut, we went and re-engineered the software to make it applicable for everything from the IBM sales executive to the independent painting contractor, and we're launching it in New Haven this week. New Haven's a great place to go because the Economic Development Office of the state of New Haven, if anyone's here, has given us a head start with their vendor list. It's because they want to support their ecosystem. We've got Yale University with great entrepreneurial spirit, employees, and the Yale Institute of Network Sciences is contributing a PhD to help us model the network and also use their graduate students to study the launch and build a case study. It was straightforward, it was a very straightforward implementation plan. We take a very large, highly financially motivated user base. They give them information that they can't get anyplace else. Take our knowledge from IBM, combine it with techniques at Match.com and LinkedIn, and add advertising, subscription, and e-commerce revenue, and scale it from there. The big news right now in the tech world is that Google just bought a company for a lot of money that shares traffic information, and we share job information. We think it's more valuable. Thank you.
Yes, I'm Jeremy McCool. I'm actually Maxwell Fines, our GC. We are Hewlett Power. So what's really great about a smartphone is it gives you everything you need right there in your palm. But what really sucks about them is that you have to have a cord with you wherever you're going, because you have to charge. And that's much of the same problem that our customers are having. Our customers are commercial fleets with electric vehicles. And what we have done is we have created and developed a wireless charging unit for those electric vehicles. So in stating that, we did that development with NYU Poly, and we are now preparing our technology for multiple pilots, one in Minneapolis, another in Santa Monica, and then one more in San Francisco. We are about 1 year away from commercialization, and we are in major product development and preparing mode at this point. We will have a station located out here to provide any additional information you might have about the products, about our partnerships, our pilots, or even the patents. And I look forward to talking with all of you. Thank you.